So what I'm trying to get at here is, you know, I think this planetary consciousness thing is something that's happening all the time. It's here all the time. We're it.
There is now enough evidence that all organisms and also human beings are surrounded by various types of fields, and that these fields may also mediate some things that happen between people.
All of humanity incarnating as a single fundamental organism in a way that expressed a singular intentionality, the intentionality of the one being that humanity is in its totality, with generations coming and going, much as the body sloughs off skin cells and is reborn and gives new skin cells on a minute-to-minute, hour-to-hour basis.
There is a substantial body of scientific evidence that clearly demonstrates that we do function as a whole, and yet we still don't experience our existence in that way.
Unfortunately, my feeling is that we're not quite aware of the extent to which the world is already inside us.
In an unconscious way, has always existed. We are connected already, but the question is to become conscious, to consciously live this interconnectedness.
So the larger concept of living as one body will be the dominating force in how we relate to society. That's why we have to unite and increase the awareness in the entire world.
I must really speak in favor of the importance of consciousness awakening as the very core of our survival. The problem is to fix the consciousness.
Vernadsky's idea was more that through human activity, intelligent activity, there was formed a new geological strata, that the Earth was transformed, the material Earth was transformed by the intelligent activity of humanity, and that this was the noosphere.
Thus, the theory of Vernadsky, dating back to the beginning of the 20th century, assumes a new significance today. He proposed that we are surrounded by a unified space, an altruistic environment. Noosphere is universal love, and therefore by disrupting it, we are destabilizing the entire world.
Wondering the whole evening, because I am missing one thing terrible. What is pure reason without love and care?
See, the love we're really talking about here is the love of the Creator itself. That love is contained, it is included in the information field. The information field loves every particle on this planet just the same way. It is not emotional, it does not care about you or you. It just wants that whole evolution to unfold every particle to its highest unfoldment. And that is the highest unemotional love, because it loves every single particle just the same.
With that considered, those present agreed that the most pressing task for humanity at this time is to experience universal love. This means to unite the entire world in loving one another by fulfilling one another.
But if we connect to another and another and another, as I drew before, then the pleasures go from one to another and to another, and we feel life in that state as eternal. That's why today, when man has come to a global crisis, we have no choice but to come to a resolution that if we want to fulfill ourselves, even egoistically, we have to do it by fulfilling others.
For the first time, we are beginning to recognize that our connectedness has an objective basis. Now we have a way of legitimizing, explaining, and it's a new worldview. It's a view of the world as intrinsically organic, whole, connected. We can all do our things. We can write books, we can make speeches and whatnot. So it's time to put things together. Now we are setting up instruments for this. You have seen the World Wisdom Council. We are creating the Wisdom Channel we have been discussing last night, and we will be continuing setting up a television channel for this sort of thing, a radio show. We are setting up an internet-based university. We are creating instruments, but the instruments have to have content. So to me, it was not just a meeting which now ends, it's a meeting which now begins. The work is now beginning. Thank you all for participating, and let's stay together and let's work together. Thank you again.